My year was a difficult year personally, just being bounced around and trying to find a home. And when I got the call that I was coming to Grand Rapids and they needed a guy with some grit and some toughness that could stick up for teammates, it was a match made in heaven. It seems like the later you go, the fans are even more passionate, and the intensity's up on the ice, and the fans can feed off that. So the fans were great in Game 3, and then into Game 4, it was the weekend, so it was a few more people in the stands, and it seemed like it was a pretty physical match. They came out with their best game, and the thing with our group is there's no panic. Try not to get too high or too low, so once we get the momentum going, it seems like we can keep it going in bunches, and we got so much skill up front that guys can create out of nothing, it seems. So a goal that stood out to me was Tangrady's. Just, I think he had a guy on his back for about a minute, it seemed like, but it's probably 5 seconds. But he was a man amongst boys that shift. He was determined, and I was just on the blue line watching it all unfold. And I mean, you could tell by his reaction after the goal, he was pretty fired up, and the crowd fed off it, and the whole team did too. That third period, I'd taken a penalty, and it's the worst feeling ever when they score when you're in the box, especially late in the game. And so I was determined to have a good rest of the third period, and then Streeter comes down the wing and pots a quick one, and the whole bench kind of looked at each other and said, "Oh, that was a huge one." So near the end of the game, they had sent their guys out to try to mix it up, and I've been on the other side of it too. When you're in a series and you're losing pretty bad, and you want to send a message for the next game. So I know exactly what they were doing. Kind of was trying to keep my cool, and then quick fight, and emotions just ran over me, and yeah, it was fun to get the crowd all fired up, and I think it just carried over into the Game 4. Going into the game, we had been in this position on the road before in Chicago, and we knew if we had a good start, they'd take the wind out of their sails a little bit. Obviously, first shift, couldn't ask for a better start to the game. Lash off with a huge bomb, top corner, the whole bench is fired up. But credit to them, they didn't go away. But we handled the ups and downs of the series very well, and that was a big part of our game, was getting that early good start. When you keep it 2-1 and keep them in the game as long as possible, it's kind of nerve-wracking on everyone, and we're able to come back at any time. But that goal was huge for us, getting the 2-goal lead. Obviously a power play goal to boot. It was just it was a big uplift on our bench, and the crowd was just buzzing all night. And Laredo's goal in the third period, he's going to score that 10 out of 10 times coming down in the slot like that. He's got a wicked wrister, and that kind of put the icing on the cake for us. Watching the clock wind down, it was a lot of fun. I personally have never been in this position, so this is all new to me, and I know some guys here especially have gone and won championships, but this whole ride has been amazing, and just to enjoy that just special moment on the ice in a group hug, it's always fun. Got a couple days off, turned the page, and now it's back to work again. The thing about our room, I can look around the locker room and there's no holes in our team. That's a pretty special feeling to have, just confidence in our group. I'm expecting a hard-fought series, and I think I thrive in big moments like these when so much is on the line, and I can be physical and I can change a series. I'll do whatever it takes.